The truly religious person has this attitude. He knows that God has brought all sorts of strange and inconceivable things to pass, and seeks in the most curious ways to enter a man's heart. He therefore senses in everything the unseen presence of the divine will. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. I am the oppressor of the person I condemn, not his friend and fellow sufferer. I do not in the least mean to say that we must never pass judgment when we desire to help and improve. But if the doctor wishes to help a human being, he must be able to accept him as he is. And he can do this in reality only when he has already seen and accepted himself as he is. Perhaps this sounds very simple, but simple things are always the most difficult.
They say it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. If that's true, I have 4 more years until my time arrives. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to create something big, something that millions of people would care about. When I was 15 years old, I realized what it was. I was going to be a professional musician and go on tour. When I turned 17, I got serious about pursuing it. I was always good at school. I don't say that to be pompous, it was just my thing. Some kids were good at basketball. I was good at writing. When I decided I wanted to do music professionally, I felt like I was leaving a stable path to a good career. But I knew that despite my academic talents, I wanted something different, something more. I was willing to take the risk, whatever that looked like. After I finished high school, I went after my aspirations as hard as I could. I got burnt out, and then in 2020, that happened. I'm living with my parents again, and I'm saving money to finish college while simultaneously creating as much music as I can manage. I'm making this series to document the next 4 years and everything that it took for me to turn my dream of being a touring musician into a reality. You know what? As far as I'm concerned, I've got nothing better to do than to go at this as hard as I can. And if it doesn't happen, if it doesn't work out the way I imagine in my head, then cool. I don't need to succeed. I need to have the adventure of trying to succeed. And if there's one thing that I've learned in my time doing music so far, it's that overnight success is overrated. If you have the talent and the work ethic, the last and most important element is patience.